Hey guys, what is going on? It's Simon here from Get Into Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin update. Today we're going to be looking at the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to be sharing my current thoughts on the market, and also we're going to take a bit of a look at altcoins and ask, is altcoin season finally here? I think you might know the answer to that question. So if you are enjoying the content, please do like, share, subscribe, and let's get into it. So Bitcoin has consolidated. We are currently looking at the Bitcoin price really in a range between around 42k and 30k. That's our swing high to swing low. If we just look at the measured move, we can see that we are I think just shy of 30%, so around about 28%. And I did say that I thought Bitcoin was due a pullback at some point, some consolidation. I've never been of the camp that Bitcoin is going to come down as low as 20,000. And I was actually viewing this pullback here to around the 30k mark as a great entry. This was a dip that I was personally looking to buy. A couple of friends and family also did a similar thing. So yeah, I'm not saying that this is definitely the low of this consolidation, but it might well be that we don't actually see prices a lot lower than this. I think for me, really my pullback target for my I thought the largest pullback we get would be around 30%, which could take us down to the high 20s. I've never been somebody that's actually said I think we'll go back to 20,000. For me, that just seems like too far of a pullback. That'd be over a 50% drop, and that's just not consistent with what we've seen in previous bull markets. So yeah, I'm relatively sort of happy with how this consolidation is playing out so far. Obviously, Bitcoin consolidating then gives other crypto assets, i.e. altcoins, the opportunity to start to make some gains, and that is what we are starting to see with this consolidation. And I just wanted to say, I mean, I've received messages after message over the last few days and weeks from people saying, "Oh, what's Bitcoin doing? Why is it not going up? Why I'm starting to get worried. Have we seen a top?" And my answer is just no. My answer is just relax. This is healthy for the market. I want to see a market that goes up and creates a strong market structure where we take a leg up, we see some healthy consolidation, we then take another leg up, we consolidate, we take a leg up. Obviously, we didn't see a lot of consolidation really after breaking through 20,000. We've literally been going straight up. We've had a couple of pullback days. So this is the first real consolidation we've had above the previous all-time highs, and for me it has to happen. It's something that is healthy, and it's something that ultimately will then give us a platform, give us a base to then break through what is going to be a defined resistance now at 42,000. And then when we actually do get that move, then we will be able to then push on to higher prices without running the risk of potentially getting too overextended. Because what you've got to remember is that when markets go up too fast, they start to then attract a lot of people jumping in or FOMOing in, and these people getting involved in the market are weak hands. And what you need to remember is what the weak hands do when prices go down, or when they go down, they sell everything. So that's why you get these massive run-ups and then these massive blow-off tops. And for me, the risk of this year in this bull market is us getting that blow off top happen too soon and too early. I've kind of always said that in terms of my price target before this year was around 60, 80k for Bitcoin. That's now been raised to around 120, up to around about sort of 150, maybe higher. And the other target I had in my mind was time. So for me, I very much was intending to sell a large portion of my crypto holdings at the end of this year. And I think the earliest I would be looking to sell would be around about September. But I always said that would change if we went just completely vertical, completely parabolic, up to my price targets of around 60. I mean, or even lower. I mean, the sooner we see that parabolic blow off top, for me, that means we're not going to hit as high as I thought I would if we didn't have a whole full year of 2021 bull market. So for me, it's absolutely healthy that we are consolidating, and this is really what I've been waiting to see. It gives me more confidence in the move, that the move is real. And I think really the line in the sand, the line that we need to hold and defend, is going to be this 21-week MA, or this is this is the 21-week EMA, this is the 20-week MA, and it's just really important that we hold these support bands. And for those of you that are new to the channel, just flip to a log chart. We've seen these moving averages support the price really well throughout the last bull market, all throughout 2017 and 2016 as well, to be honest. And we saw this happen already in 2020. So at some point, we will come down and we will test these moving averages in 2021. And what I am looking for is to see price action hold these moving averages as support, and for us to be able to turn around and then push on higher. So, part of my personal strategy is always to leave a little bit on the side just in case that does happen. Am I expecting that to happen, sort of right away over the next couple of weeks? Personally, no, but it could do. It could do, and that's something that we need to be prepared for. What I do think is possible is that over the next few weeks, we can see we've got this forecast here on this 21-week EMA. And if we look at where we're going to be at the start of March, we're actually going to be in the high 20s. We're going to be around 27,500. And this 20-week MA is going to catch up very quickly and sort of lag behind this by maybe, what's this? Around about $1,000, maybe about $1,000. Okay. But these will actually, if price does cool off, because this is an EMA, it's weighted a little bit more on the front period. So it includes the front period, whereas the simple moving average doesn't. This will actually then sort of come off slightly. So we will actually see these moving averages start to converge if price does come down. And these two moving averages should then start to fall closer together. So it could be that we see something like this happen up around 27, 28K. Prices could come down. They could flush out this low at 30K. We break 30K, everybody starts to panic. This provides liquidity then for big buyers to then come into this market and step into this market and buy the price without worrying about pushing prices up, and then having slippage on their entries. So what I'm saying is, I think there'll be a lot of very shrewd investors and smart investors that will be watching this very closely. And if we do come down, sort of late February, early March, and look to test this 20-week moving average and the 21-week EMA, then that is a place that I do think there'll be heavy support and heavy buying, and that then could be our our short-term low for us then to make a push up and break through this 42K level. So that's really what I wanted to mention. For me, nothing to worry about in the Bitcoin price. Price is looking healthy. Price is consolidating nicely. We're still well above our bull market support. We still haven't seen any more than a 28% correction, so we could have a little bit more to go. And if we just do measure the percentage of that, if we got down to say our 27.5K, then we are looking at about 35%. I think that would be totally normal, totally consistent for us to see when it comes to Bitcoin and when it comes to pullback. And obviously, you can see just taking log scale off how extended we have been. But that for me, this for me always had to happen. This consolidation always had to happen. And I expect this consolidation to last, like I say, a couple more weeks, but it could go on for a couple more months. But for me, any moves down to around the 30,000 mark or below 30,000 are opportunities to add. This is not financial advice. this is just sharing my opinion, and in terms of what my strategy is and what I'm doing, because I think we have at least another couple of leg ups to go in Bitcoin over the course of this year. And to be honest with you, just revisiting the targets I mentioned at the start of this, I think we are looking at prices to come up to around the 60 to 80 mark, probably on the next leg up. But I mean, to be completely honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we get enough consolidation, then when we break 42k, we actually then get up to around 80k, potentially break the six-figure mark for Bitcoin, and that could, for me, happen the first half of this year. And if that did then happen, I would then be revising my targets from looking at a target between, say, 120k to 150k to potentially up to 200k. So yeah, we're trying to stay pragmatic. We're trying to stay, very, very open in terms of where this market is heading. We like to be fluid in our approach, and I just think there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to panic about. Like Bitcoin is doing what Bitcoin does right now. It's volatile. It has these 30-40% pullbacks even in bull markets. This is just par for the course. So no need to panic. And just looking at the total market cap, we can see we're finding a bit of resistance at the 100 billion mark. So obviously the 1 trillion market cap now for Bitcoin, or sorry, for the total crypto space. I mean, it's natural to find a bit of resistance here, but I do think when we do finally break through this level and we start to close weekly candles above the 1 trillion mark, then we'll see sort of 2 trillion very, very quickly thereafter. And just looking at the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, so we can see that altcoins have kept pushing up. We seem to be finding a little bit of resistance here, around the 0.786. So yeah, obviously Bitcoin leading the way, altcoins lagging slightly. But the other thing I wanted to cover today is the alt season now here? So are we going to see these alts start to catch up and then sort of break their all-time highs in terms of the altcoin market capitalization? And of course, the place we need to go to is the Bitcoin dominance chart. So how are we looking? We can see just on the weekly that we have started to come and backtest the breakout of this channel. And yeah, I think we're at another indecision point. So obviously we were a bit of an indecision point up here. I did say that I favored the downside. I said that we are looking to now backtest these ascending channel lines. That's exactly what we've done, and now it looks like we're trying to get back in this descending channel. And almost the chart kind of speaks for itself here. Obviously, if we do break back into this, then we could see, for me, at least a sort of 12-13% run on altcoins against Bitcoin, and that would obviously lead to some explosive gains in altcoins. Whether that is a move that then takes us all the way down to my eventual targets, and my eventual targets right now are these lows around 50%. So I do think we'll see 50%. Potentially we could even overextend and come down and look to test the lows in Bitcoin dominance we saw from the last market cycle. But yeah, it is looking better for altcoins here, and we just now need to wait and see if we can break back into this channel, as this is where we're currently finding support. So if this support goes, then I do really think that we will be onto a move to then come all the way down to the bottom of this channel. And this is something that you can see in markets. You know, sometimes you get these channels, and they do get broken, and price will look to break out, but then they'll sort of come back and swing back the other way. Some people call this a bump and run, but that could be potentially what we're seeing here. Everybody thinking altcoins are dead, everybody getting all happy and giddy over the Bitcoin price, and then altcoins are kind of like, well, you shouldn't have forgotten about us, because now it's our time to show that we're part of this bull market too. So yeah, things are looking healthy there. If we just look at the ETH versus Bitcoin, we can also see that Ethereum is really starting to push up against Bitcoin as well. So I think the target for Ethereum Bitcoin is to take out, obviously, the highs from last year. That would probably lead to this move up to the 0.05s. And if we just look at the Ethereum price, we can see we did actually make new all-time highs on, I think, probably most exchanges for Ethereum against the dollar. So yeah, this is really encouraging. Again, a bit like Bitcoin, I've had the odd message from people telling me, what's going on with Ethereum? Why is it not breaking out? It's rejected. And again, this is just normal market behavior. There are going to be people that bought Bitcoin up here, Ethereum up here back in 2018, that are now thinking to themselves, "Oh, I've been waiting like, 3 years just to get flat. I just want to get my money back out." There's going to be other people looking at this. I mean, it's just an obvious level where people will be thinking to sell, their Ethereum, or at least some of their Ethereum. However, for me, as long as the price can consolidate, and that consolidation really for me needs to be probably above 1250. But as long as Ethereum consolidates above this low here, this weekly low from this week, then yeah, for me, I'm looking to see some consolidation, maybe for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. A little bit like I've said with Bitcoin, I actually think that Ethereum will break out here before Bitcoin breaks out from 42k. So I expect a little bit longer for the Bitcoin consolidation, but I do expect Ethereum to break out relatively soon. And yeah, we're seeing a retracement today. Let's see if support can come in on Ethereum around 1300, and let's see if Ethereum over the next few days can make a decisive break above the 1400 level. So Ethereum looking really strong, and I said it in my last video, that Ethereum was going to all-time highs, and for me, Ethereum is probably one of the better opportunities right now in terms of getting involved. Obviously, Bitcoin has pulled back as well, so for me, these periods of consolidation are great times to either buy in or add. Not financial advice, but that's just my strategy and what I'm doing. And obviously, altcoins are cooling a bit today, but we are seeing some moves. Obviously, Link has now got to its all-time highs. It's coming back. It's retesting this $20 level. That's fine. That's healthy. Buy the retest is the play here. And whilst it might seem scary, that's just what these markets do. I think Link is going to $100 this year, by the way. So yeah, if you can pick some up at 20, I mean, it's a relatively low risk entry. I can't see us getting under these levels, and a lot of sellers here will now be thinking, oh, yeah, why did I sell? I want to get back into the market. So this is going to be just an obvious area that support comes into this market. Obviously, we can see Link now starting to recover on the Bitcoin chart. If we just look at where we can go in terms of against Bitcoin, I mean, it's nearly a 200% move. So yeah, I mean, we could see Link 3x against Bitcoin potentially, and that would take us up to $60 against the dollar. So yeah, Link's looking great. Just looking down a few other coins I follow. RLC getting a nice move today. Ren is one that I've been impressed by. You can see the similarities between that and Link. It looks like it's coming down, maybe wants to come back and retest 60 cents on a dollar chart. You can see it's showing signs of life now against Bitcoin. It's got above what is some pretty significant resistance here, around the 16 and a half level. And yeah, looks to be quite strong. Bit of pullback today. I think a altcoin recap would probably not be complete without looking at Polkadot. Where is it? So yeah, we've got to really cover Polkadot, because Polkadot is obviously a newer coin. It's not been around for even a year yet. But yeah, fantastic move, like explosive move up to all-time highs. It's coming back. Looks like it wants to come down and retest around about $15, and then I would expect some further upside, maybe some consolidation and further upside. You can see that it's really also taken off against Bitcoin, where it looks like it will be making its way back to its all-time highs. And obviously, if Bitcoin does see this consolidation, and just going back to the altcoin dominance chart, if we or Bitcoin dominance chart, if we can actually see Bitcoin dominance fall back into this level, then that could lead to these extended moves in the altcoins. And personally, that is what I am leaning towards at the moment. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave it there, and yeah, stay tuned. I'll be back for more soon.